So as we're getting set up for this day one of 30 days, I want to kind of share some thoughts on why I'm doing this, why we're doing this, and why I encourage you to show up when you can, so that you can really just find a pattern in your days. This time that we're going through, this solitude, this isolation, this quarantine, it's never been done before in our lifetime, and so we're just trying to figure it out as we go along. And I had a great need to be able to connect with you guys in a way that was special, in a way that was unique, and a way that was kind of inspired by this time that we're all going through, individually, but collectively too, as a community. And so this 30 days starts today, ends May 30th. The meeting room, barring any technical stuff, the meeting room should remain the same all 30 days. I invite you to text your friends and share the passcode with them, have them show up. We have room for 100, and if we need to, we can add room for 500. I really want this to be a place where people can show up and say, oh, look, here's Katie, here's Marge, here's Beth, and of course, here's Susie and Jason, bringing this to you from our house into yours. And I really do invite you to turn your ringers off for this hour, take this as what it's meant to be, self-care. Self-care in solitude. It's self-care, though, with community, and a way to connect to our inner nature in a nurturing way. And so I did come up with just a little bit of a schedule, which I'm not going to go into in detail. It's on the Facebook event. But Saturday's class is a community class. And that just means that I teach to whoever shows up. I teach, and that's why I really like that I can see you guys over there and know who's here and know what poses you'll inspire me to teach. But it really is a way to connect inward and to connect to nature in a way that maybe we haven't done before because we haven't been forced inside like this. The parks are closed. So let's start off in a tall spine, in easy pose. And so you can turn your camera off. You can, I feel like you should turn the camera on. Oh, maybe I can. And then you guys can just have two views. I don't know if that worked or not, but maybe not. Okay, so you can turn it off. You can mute your phone or your microphone, which we can also do. And then we'll have our class, and then afterward we can chat and talk, and then we'll know that we'll be here tomorrow as well. So let's start. Find easy pose. Oh, and before we start, mine's way over there. Make sure that you have a blanket, a sturdier blanket that you can sit on, or a beach towel, a really nice thick beach towel. Each day right before Shavasana, we're going to have a held pose, a restorative pose, and a little brief meditation, a little led meditation for community health and community love. So you can sit on that blanket now, finding a little bit of height. I feel like I just said a little bit about 19 times, so if you were counting, it was 19. Flex out through the heels, flip your palms down onto your knees, roll the fingers around the knees. One of the things that we're going to be focusing in on during our classes is grounding, connecting to the earth, to actual earth, even though we're on our mat in our home. Maybe as the weather gets nicer, we'll be able to take this outside, but that's a thought for another day. Let your eyes close in your space. If there's anything that's really distracting you, just go ahead and take care of it. If you have to get up and close the door, if you have to crack a window to hear the birds, if you want to grab your water. Just take care of that now and then come to settle into this quiet place for the next 60 minutes. Start to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness to your heart center, to a feeling of love. This program was inspired absolutely by our love for you guys, our community. We were missing you so much. And I wanted a way to be able to connect inward. So I want you to take the love that this program was inspired from and feel it in your own heart. Let it expand. As you expand your breath, relax your shoulders. Feel that love go out to the hearts of everyone else in the room with us. Our physical room and our metaphorical room here, our virtual room that we're holding space in with each other and for each other. This place to heal. And as we move through our practice today, as we move through this 30 days practice, I invite you to hold on to this love and come back to it whenever you need. And notice over the 30 days, as we practice together, as we heal together, that sense of love, that sense of community will grow stronger. It really is my intention here to help us to emerge from our cocooning in, if you will, as people of our best potential. Walking out with a few more skills, having had all this time to read and watch YouTube videos on how to. Time to rest, time to heal, time to cook at home. Let's find a twist in our spine. Keep your eyes closed. Hold on to that love. Right hand stays on your knee. Turn and look over to the left shoulder. Open up into that heart space. Fingers can touch the ground. Open up through the collarbones. Feel the sit bones grounding down into the earth. The sense of steadiness that you're cultivating. I'm getting a little sign from Jason. Can you guys hear me? Hi, Terry. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I think I see Marge in the twist. Marge, give me a little wave if you can hear me. Okay, yay. Okay, let's keep twisting and opening our heart. So opening up into that space. One more breath. Let yourself twist back to center, and Terry, there should be a little mute button on your phone that you can hit so that you can join us without us hearing you.
You need a mute. You need me to mute myself?
I do.
Okay.
While everybody else brings their left hand to their left knee and opens up to their right. Do you know how to hear? I think Jason's gonna meet you, it's fine. Sorry guys, keep breathing, we'll get this. Open up into the belly, open up into the lungs, and really connect inward. Softening. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Come back around, hands to your lap. Let's lean back, bring the feet out in front of you, and change the cross of your legs, flexing out through the heels. Again, hands back to your knees. And flip your palms up. Fingertips down toward here. As you inhale, reach up through the arms. And as you exhale, let's twist it to the left, open up into the heart, fingertips to the earth, up. Inhale, come back through center, reaching up, expand through your space. And exhale over to the other side, fingertips raise the earth, making that connection as you lift up through the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, come through center, feel the length of your spine, feel the length of your arms. Exhale over to the left, open up into your heart space. Come through center. And over to the other side. And slowly come back to center. Reach up. Let's keep our arms reaching up. Press your palms together. If it's okay for you, stretch the fingers together. If they don't quite make it, you can have a little bend in your elbows. But try to reach tall through the arms, as tall as you can. Shoulders still relaxed. Inhale. And as you exhale, press over to the left, open up into the right ribs. Come back through center, careful not to go too far. And exhale over to the other side. And we're gonna come back to center and breathe here for a moment. Let's bring our hands into ego eradicator, as it's like to be called. Fingers curl in, thumbs press toward you in this little thumbs up manner, about 45-degree angle. Press down into the sit bones, close your eyes, and take a few breaths here. Just feel that steadiness underneath you and that lift of your arms. And just keep lifting. If arms get tired, you can let them come down to rest, but just keep lifting your arms if you can. Shoulders relax. Take a few more slow breaths, expand into the sides of the ribs. Listen to the breath. One more. Without looking, see if you can bring the thumbs to touch up overhead. Yay. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. Press the palms to the earth. Take a moment here, feel steadiness. Have your eyes closed. Open up your eyes. We're going to take our first few poses today in a grounding manner, and I want to bring in a grounding breath with that. So as we move, we're going to move into downward dog, but we're going to breathe in through our nose, expanding the belly, expanding the lungs, expanding the collarbones. But then I want you to exhale out of your mouth while you're lightly clenching your teeth together. And feel that groundedness that will happen as the breath slows down. This is one of my favorite grounding breath exercises. It has a fun fact attached to it in that the only part of our skeleton that is exposed to the air is our teeth. And so it's this feeling that as you exhale through those lightly clenched teeth, you're just grounding down literally into your bones, grounding down literally into your skeleton, and feeling this real sense of steadiness and calmness. So let's come over and stretch our legs in downward dog. Coming up slowly, and just take your time getting there. And if you can't hold down dog for 10 breaths, because we're going to do 10 breaths together, I invite you to stay here in tabletop, or even come into a child's pose. Child's pose is beautiful, and I know some of you modify it for your wrists in your dolphin pose. So if you do that, always make sure that the elbows are still under the shoulders for that stability, and the palms are pressing in. So I'll come into downward dog, stretching up into the hips. Find your place here, taking slow, deep inhales. And as you exhale, it's through the mouth, through very lightly clenched teeth. So the teeth are touching, but you can still feel the air flowing in between and through them. And as you breathe here like this, feel the expansion, the lift, the openness of the inhale. And as you listen to that exhale, feel the hands pressing in, the feet pressing in, feel yourself settle in. Adjust as you need to. 5 more slow breaths. Last 3. Feel the breath. Lower your knees. Rock your arms forward. Puppy pose. Continue to breathe in your grounding and skeletal breath. Have the sense that your heart is opening, that you're connecting to the earth herself. One of the side effects of this time in isolation is that the earth itself gets to rest and heal in a way that is perhaps unprecedented. So much less traffic on the road, in the air, in the water. Take 3 more breaths here and allow yourself to rest in this breath of fresh air. Slide yourself back to child's pose. Come to a child's pose where you can plug your ears. And it's just lightly plugging now so that you can't hear me, even though I'm going to drop silent. We're going to take 3 breaths in silence as you just plug your ears closed. If you can come all the way down to child's pose, fantastic. If you can't find that position with your hands pressing your ears closed in child's pose, just come up to kneeling. And we'll take 3 slow breaths here. Just listen to yourself, inhale and exhale. Hold on to that open mouth breath, lightly clenching the teeth. Drop your hands down. And let's meet again in downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet this time. Find a little bit of movement. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, and once they come as close as the mat, or as wide as the mat. As you inhale, bend into your knees, look forward to your hands. Slowly exhale, step up to a forward fold. Keep your knees bent and your feet somewhat wide apart. Hands can dangle to the earth, or you can hold them. Hold opposite elbows. Just a few open mouth sighs here. Just really let go of stagnancy in this upside down position. Open mouth. Let go of that clenched teeth feeling. Press into your feet. Come to half lift, hands to your shins. Heel toe your feet together or hip distance together. Lengthen out through the crown of the head from the tailbone. Lift up into the toes and press out through the knees. Let's take a few breaths here, not only grounding our energy down through our feet, but creating this lift as well, this energy now, the toes lifting up, the crown of the head actively reaching away from the tailbone, becoming a little bit longer in your body. And see how straight your legs can stay as you fold again, especially 9 o'clock in the morning, might not be very far. Inhale. As you exhale, fold in, try to pour your belly to your thighs. All the way up, press through the feet, reach through the arms, have joy in this movement. And hands come to your heart, thumbs press to your sternum, shoulders relax. And take a breath here and again connect to the love in your heart. Connect to the love in this metaphorical room, this space that we've created. Sending silent cheer to everyone. Bring your feet mat distance. Bring your arms out to your sides, elbows up. I'm going to turn back to front. I just want to show you mat distance there. Elbows out from the shoulders, palms press up. As you inhale, lift up into your heart, lift up into your toes. And as you exhale, bend your knees and fold halfway forward, just halfway. Press into your feet, the legs lengthen, the spine lengthens, the heart lifts, inhale. Knees bend as you exhale, fold in just halfway. Lifting up through the toes. Inhale, hold that form, pressing down, lifting up. Exhale, start to bend forward. Knees can start to be a little straighter here as we open to our hamstrings. Press into those feet, lift up through the heart, opening through your space, finding joy in this moment. Exhale. Falling forward. Press down. Lift up, legs straighten, heart lifts. We'll take 3 more. Exhale as you fold forward. 2 more, nice and strong. Exhale. Last one, find that length in the legs, lengthen the spine, open the heart. Exhale, fold in and let your arms relax. Find a forward fold. You can help yourself a little deeper here if legs are feeling more open. Hands to the back of the shins or the calves. Half lift, inhale. Just pause here. Shoulders relax away from the ears, lift up through the toes. Feel that connection to the earth, but also the lift of the energy, the length in the spine. Press into your feet. Lift up through the arms, lift up through the spine. Stretch the whole body long, palms press together, feet press in. As you exhale, stretch over to the left. Lifting up through the shoulder, not collapsing into the chest. Inhale back to center, palms press together, and exhale to the right. Press up, lift up. Pull your hands down to your heart. Gratitude for this beautiful Saturday morning practice. Let's salute the sun. Stepping forward to the top of your mat, drop your arms down, forward Tadasana pose. Let's keep energy in the legs today. Toes powering upward toward the sky. Feet plowing downward into the earth. Check in with your tailbone, make sure you're pressing it straight down toward the earth. And lengthening up into the rest of the spine. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Open up into your palms. Maybe even roll those thumbs as far away from you as you can. And take a few moments here, toes lifted, shoulders relaxed. Let's take 5 breaths in our clenched teeth breathing. So slow inhale. Inhale. Bring the energy in. Release the air, release the stagnancy. 3 more. Stay firm in your foundation, lifting through the toes. 2 more. Relax the toes down, let the palms roll toward you again. And we'll move into some half salutes here. To begin with, as we move through our sun salutations, I just want you to remember that as you salute the sun, you're also saluting yourself. And this space that you've created today for self-care, for self-strength, and just to nurture yourself so that you can nurture those around you. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up. Lift the arms, lift the base. As you exhale, fold in and have this feeling that you're really bowing toward yourself. Lift your heart, hands to your shins, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Press through the feet, firm the legs, lift the arms, stretch. Hands to your heart, connecting to love. Press down, reach up, inhale. Eyes can close, move with your breath. Listen to the sound, exhale as you slowly fold. Lift your heart and fold. The inhale lifts us up, stretch, strengthen. Exhale, hands to your heart, gratitude for this breath. Last half swing, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in, slow and steady. Heart lifts, half lift. And 5 breaths in your forward fold. If legs don't want to be straight, you can have a very generous bend to them. You can even bring elbows to your knees for comfort. Power in the feet, feeling that connection, maybe even lifting up into the toes as you can. And listen to the sound of your breath. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step the feet back into a plank pose. Hands right under the shoulders and bring your knees down to the earth. Keep your toes tucked. We'll take a few slow breaths here. Have length in your spine, supported plank pose as we're in. So plank pose just has knees lifted and you're more than welcome to stay there. Make sure the shoulders are nice and strong, the core is easy. But bringing knees straight down, you still stay in that plank pose with the core, with the spine, with the hips, with the thighs. Take a breath here. As you exhale, start to lower all the way down, hold on to your strength, and if you start to collapse, just giggle and laugh, and try again next time. Tops of the feet to the earth, elbows hug in, lift up to a cobra pose, and we'll take 5 breaths here. Let's change our breath pattern. As you inhale, sip the air in through the mouth, like you're sipping through a straw. Exhale out of the nose. 3 more. Sip the air in through the mouth, like you're inhaling through a straw. Exhale through the nose. 2 more. Last one. Press into the hands, lift up into a cobra. And press back, child's pose. Feel that stretch in the arms and the spine. Take a breath. Stay here or come up, 5 breaths, downward facing dog. And here, let's take those open mouth sighs. I love open mouth sighs in downward dog just for the cleansing aspect of it. This is an upside down position for the body because the hips are up over the heart. And when you do that, when you find this reversal, this change of gravity, the body can then get rid of stuff that it hangs onto normally. So help it out. 2 more. Last one. Rock forward, plank pose on your inhale. Nice and strong in the legs. Flex back through the heels. Hold your plank or bring your knees down, your choice. 5 slow breaths, spread out through the fingers, shoulders engaged, back of the neck long. Don't sag into the hips or lift up too high. If your plank pose is looking more like a downward dog, see what you can do to adjust. Just trust yourself to try the position for a second
And then let it go if you discover that you need to build strength for it. Take a breath. Knees come down and slowly lower to the earth. Elbows hug in. Hold that position, that plank position in the spine. Tops of the feet to the earth. Lift up through the heart. And let's reach the arms back here. Palms press up. Feet press in, hips press in, and 5 slow breaths. Concentrate here on lifting the diaphragm and feeling it sink again as you exhale. Hands slide under or by the ribs, thumbs behind the shoulders. Press into the feet. As you inhale, lift up to a cobra and press back, child's pose. Just a breath here, stretch. And we'll take 5 breaths in downward facing dog. If you prefer to stay in child's pose, please feel free. 5 slow breaths. As you inhale, plank pose. 5 breaths. Let's come down to a forearm plank and just give those wrists a break. Keep yourself nice and strong here. If the hips are sagging, if you feel any tension in your lumbar spine, those knees come down to the earth. Always hold yourself safe in your yoga practice. Breathe. Inhale. Knees come down. Hips come down. Lift up to a cobra or to a sphinx pose, tops of the feet to the earth. If this feels too much for you this early in the morning, bring your hands down behind those shoulders and just rest in cobra pose. Lift up into the face. Have a feeling that you're pressing the hips into the earth and that you're lifting up into the heart. Hands press back. Find your cobra pose. Inhale, lift up into your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet, hanging in a forward fold or a rag dog. Power down into the feet, lengthen out through the legs, lengthen out through the spine, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Press through your feet, reach through your arms, stretch up. Hands come to your heart, Tadasana pose, thumbs to your sternum. Slow, easy breath, connect to the love in your heart, letting it expand, feel that connection to the earth. Relax your jaw and let your awareness for a moment go up into the center of your brain, pulling that love up.
Hands come to your hips, Tadasana pose, top of your mat. Let's find a little bit of power in our legs today. Toes come to press together or feet comfortably hip distance. Tailbone presses down and lift up into your spine, shoulders relax. Hands to your heart now as you hold on to that nice tall posture. Feet press in, inhale. As you exhale, sit back and down as though you're trying to sit in a chair but not really. Chair pose. Lift up into the toes, make sure the feet are pressing back, or the weight is pressing back toward the heels. Look down at the earth so that you're not cranking into the neck and shoulders here. And press the weight into the right foot. The left foot's gonna step back and then lift up into a really high lunge. Stay on the left tiptoe. Hands come out into gratitude arms. Actually, let's just bring them out into this wide open and joyful place. Palms really stretching wide, fingers stretching wide, arms stretching wide, shoulders relax. As you inhale, lift up into your palms, lift up into your eyes, lift up into your heart. As you exhale, roll the palms over. Bring the eyes down, fold forward, humble warrior. Or humble lunge, I should say. Press into the feet, roll the palms up, roll the heart up, roll the eyes up. And move slowly here, adjusting balance. When you move too quickly, you might wobble, and then that wobble really takes you off balance and your feet move from underneath you. But when you move slowly, when you can adjust to that, when you can press down while you lift up, you create this steadiness, this groundedness, this connection to where you are. Take one more. The feet are pressing in, you're slowly lifting up, the palms are opening, the heart is opening. Exhale. Bow forward and then bring your hands down to frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the earth. Toss of the feet to the earth, lift the heart. Downward dog. Bend your knees right away. Look forward to your hands. And tiptoe up, step up, find your fold. Heart lifts. And fold. Press through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch up. Hands to your heart. Sit back and down to your chair pose, toes lift, spine long, eyes down. Take a breath. Shift the weight to the left foot, right foot presses back, find this nice high lunge. Lift up into the torso, stretch out into the arms. Roll those palms up, roll the eyes up. Inhale. As you exhale, palms start to roll down and fold forward. The eyes come to the earth. Trusting the body to create the steadiness here, the strength, the stamina. Open up as you lift. Exhale, palms roll, bow forward. Exhale. Three more. Connect to yourself, connect to your day, connect to the simple pleasure of being able to take a slow, deep breath. Hands frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal into the feet, twist into the hips a little bit. Grab yourself a three-legged dog if you'd like, one leg lifting,
And then the other. Knees, or as you inhale, come back to stillness. Exhale, come forward to your plank pose, moving slowly. Knees come down and continue to lower to the earth. Tops of the feet to the earth. Bring your hands forward so that you can rest the forehead down for resting tadpole, or if you would like, you can bring one cheek to the earth as the arms reach back, palms press up. Take a few open mouth exhales here. Listen to the sound of your breath. In this series of classes, we'll be bringing the 5 elements of nature into class. Many ways, or there's many different thoughts on what constitutes nature, but we're going to go here with earth, fire, and air, and water, and ether. Ether is very intangible, as you can imagine, but it's sound as well. So as you breathe here, as you breathe the air, listen to the sound that the air makes, that ether. Letting your ears fill with the sound of your breath leaving the body and the air coming into your body. And notice your heart beating close to the earth. And feel that comfort. Dropping into this place of stillness, connecting to your heart and the heart of everyone around us. You brought one cheek to the earth, very mindfully, very carefully lift up and turn the cheek. And return to the sound of your breath. And return to the feeling of your heart beating, that electrical fire of our heart beating in our chest. Allowing our energy to ground. And slowly we'll press back to child's pose. And as you move back into child's pose, stay connected there to the power of the heart, that beating fire inside of all of us, that electricity. Feel it expand around you
To the back of your body, through the back of your body. Our heart center right there between our shoulder blades. Breathe deeply, creating space. And using child's pose as our base or our stepping ground, we're going to move here into about 10 rounds of cat-cow. So as you're ready, come on up into tabletop position. Nice and comfortable in your arms. You can turn those fingers out a little bit if wrists are tired after our sun salutations and downward dogs. As you inhale, the belly drops down, heart and hips lift. Create space in your spine, light in your spine. Exhale, curl and round, tugging the tailbone toward the forehead, and then stretch back to your child's pose. Same exhale, or hold the exhale out. When the inhale wants to start, you'll come up, you'll come forward, finding your cow pose. And exhale, slowly curling up to your cat pose and drifting slowly toward your child's pose. There's no rush at all, and the breath can even pause out if that feels natural to you as you just sink into your child's pose, feeling that settling, feeling that quiet. We'll take about 8 more rounds. I'm going to drop into silence so you can just really come into your rhythm. Finding that inhale, that cow pose, curling and stretching to cat, and then child's. Staying with your breath. More and more. Keep going. And come back to your tabletop position. We're going to move slowly down onto our backs. And we'll bring that blanket or beach towel into play. So if you came in late, we grabbed a blanket or a big beach towel that we can roll into a roll. Here, a nice sturdy roll, and we're going to lay down on top of it. If you don't have that, if you just have your mat, you can also just roll your mat up a little bit and create that lift. We're going to lay down onto the blanket with the shoulder blades resting just over it so that you can open up into this heart space that we're working on here as a community. And these are going to open out to the sides. And options here, you can either have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or you can bring your arms out into gratitude arms, or even just that T shape. Somewhere connecting inward toward your heart. And then again, just connect to the magic of your heartbeat, that electrical pulse that we all have in common. And I glanced over as we were in our cat-cow looking at participants and saw that there were 19 people here, which is such a beautiful thing, in my opinion. So as you lay here, connecting to your heart, connect to the heart of the 20 or so other people here who are breathing with you, laying in the same shape as you are. And taking this hour to find something a little better, something a little calmer, something a little truer. Holding space not only for yourself, but for everyone else here. If you feel completely supported and comfortable here, you can rest here for our shavasana. Otherwise, bring your knees together and just lift yourself off of your blanket, removing that stretch from your spine. The spine comes back down. You can move here gently, hugging knees to your chest, coming even into a little twist. And then we'll stretch out for Shavasana. Shavasana, such a nice place to just hit reset before you have to hit resume your day. Stretching out here, covering up if you'd like, using something to cover your eyes to really enhance that quieting in experience that we're going for here. Connecting to yourself as that body. That earthly body. Feeling yourself ground down with the exhales. And as you drift here into Shavasana, as you drift here into stillness for a few moments, let yourself take 3 slow breaths. That open mouth but slightly clenched teeth exhale. Encouraging that sense of relaxing, of grounding, of anchoring in. Feeling the air, feeling the wind move through the teeth. The only exposed parts of our skeletons. And soften here for a few moments of rest. to deepen your breath. A soft, open mouth exhale. Feel the body sink even more into the earth. And into your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the earth. Start to wiggle into the fingers, bring movement back to the body. Before we turn to our right side, hug your knees to your chest, and then stretch your feet up, stretch your arms up. Give yourself a little anti-gravity or gravity reversal movement here. Roll into your wrists, roll into your ankles, wiggle your fingers and toes. And then hug your knees in. Turn to your right. Take a moment here. Take a breath. Come on up into a comfortable seated position. Connecting your hands together and then bringing them to your heart in a gesture of gratitude. And connecting to the love in your heart, to the love in the heart of everyone else here in the room with us. I love that technology helps us to make the world a little smaller. Let's end class with the sound of 3 ohms. As you inhale, you'll feel love come toward you. As you exhale the sound of love out, you'll bring that love out into your voice, the vibrations lifting up that intangible ether that we'll be talking about more in depth here as we move through our 30 days. So inhale, feel love come toward you, and exhale the sound of Om, sending it back out together 3 times. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste.